second on that, was carried off the floor by his teammates. And no, obviously he did not return to the game. We go to the second. Pascal Siakam trying to rally his team. And boy, did they play with heart. Pacers down 2. Benedict Mathurin. How about that shot? The 3 over SGA. Pacers with a 1-point lead. Then down 3, SGA passes it to Isaiah Hartenstein. Tough layup plus the foul. That game is tied after the free throws. And then 11 seconds to play. Pacers down 2. Andrew Nembhard making the move on Chet Holmgren. Step back. Ooh, hit that 3. Nembhard, let's be honest. Chet ain't short. This game was a 1-point lead for the Pacers at the break.
But then the third quarter happened, and the Pacers started turning the ball over. Thunder turned up the heat defensively. Jalen Williams gets it to go in traffic. What a finish. And just like that, the Thunder have a 5-point advantage. But Pacers would come back. It's tied at 56. SGA, step back 3. OKC back on top. A little bit later, TJ McConnell tries to get it to Miles Turner. It's stolen by Lou Dort. We're going the other way. SGA finds J-Dub. 3-ball. Thunder up 9. They had 18 points off turnovers in the third quarter. That's the most in a finals quarter in the last 25 years. They went from 1 down to up 13. Cason Wallace with the finish. And from that point on, it was all Thunder. They were in control of fourth quarter, 81-68. Alex Caruso sets up SGA for another 3. Thunder up 84-68. And then watch this. McConnell finds Aaron Nesmith, goes for the layup, blocked by Chet Holmgren. He had 5 blocks. That's the most ever in an NBA Finals Game 7. SGA, he had 12 assists. That's one of them to J-Dub. He had 20 points. SGA had 29, and the Thunder were up 21. And then 2.5 to play. Williams, Holmgren, let the party begin. The Thunder players, emotional, joy, relief. Pacers, Halliburton, what could have been Thunder first ever championship for OKC.
We prioritize winning. We don't prioritize anything else in this game. We want to win, and we want to win on the highest level. And that looks like something new every night, every opponent, every arena. And that's all we focused on this whole season, no matter if it was game 1, game 45, or game 105. We prioritized winning, and because we did so, we won on the highest level.
I think throughout the season, you all always heard we're too young, we're not experienced enough. When we had a great season is when the playoffs are going to start. We haven't gone through enough to get here. And so I think the Pacers are kind of similar in that sense, where the world kind of doubted us for a sec. And yeah, I think we just proved that we wanted it more.
This isn't the end of the road. We have a long ways to go as a team, and everybody understands that. But this is a huge moment for everybody here, the city, the fans, Clay, Sam, Mark, all the players, the sports staff, and I'm just so happy for everybody that we can kind of share this moment together.
Look, the Thunder were the best team in the regular season.
Yep.
They were the favorite going into the playoffs, and guess what? They won the championship. They won 84 games across the regular season and the playoffs, tied for the 3rd most in NBA history, alongside the 97 Bulls. The only teams with more were the Bulls the year prior, and the Warriors, who ultimately failed, though, to win it all in 2016. As for the Pacers, Rick Carlisle, the message to your squad.
I told these guys coming into this that, there's no feel-good scenario when you get to the finals and are unable to get it done. And it really hurts on the one hand. On the other hand, this team has given all of Pacer Nation something to be very proud of.
Obviously, there's no more victory because we want to win, and we thought, we did, a lot to put ourselves in a position to win, and obviously it sucks, and we didn't do that. But I'm super proud of everyone, and I really do love these guys, and I'm super appreciative of the opportunity to be here, and kind of gave me my, that joy for the game again, and I'm just super grateful for that.
Our resident hoop queen, Shanae Agumike, is with us here on SportsCenter. Look, there's so much to talk about with this Thunder squad. Number one, from the jump in the regular season, now they have the title at the end. Your biggest takeaway on this run that culminates with them bringing that banner to OKC?
That Real Hoops is back. I mean, this is a team that leads with defense. This is a team that is led by someone that is a selfless leader in SGA.
True.
And honestly, I almost had like a little bit of a thug tear watching him.
Really?
Because he is someone that is cool, calm, collected, unbothered. But when he carried that Finals MVP trophy, he pushed it up to the sky and was like smiling. And
then he gave it to his teammates.
So on brand. So on brand. But I feel like people have to understand the magnitude of his greatness. At the age of 26, he's a three-time All-Star, three-time All-NBA, MVP, Finals MVP, a Western Conference Finals MVP, scoring leader, which puts him in the rarefied air of only 4 others in NBA history. We are watching greatness in real time, but done the right way. I mean, I've been in Oklahoma City. They love him there. I think we counted how many T-shirts and hats he signed.
Yeah.
It's in the hundreds before every game. This is the quintessential NBA star, and it's great when you see the hard work, the best team over the last 2 years rewarded. Particularly last year, Western Conference Finals. This year, they got the best record in the NBA, and they sealed the deal.
It's not just SGA, though. You look at what Jalen Williams has brought to that team. You look at the defense from Chet Holmgren, and then you talk about the injuries that he's had to overcome. When you look at the other complementary pieces and parts that go with SGA, which part of this, at the end of the day, do you think was more influential in them actually bringing home the trophy?
I think this Big Three is so authentic to who they are. Because I grew up on the OKC Big Three that are all going to be Hall of Famers. James Harden, Kevin Durant, Russell Westbrook, those guys were amazing. But this new iteration of the Big Three for OKC did something that they didn't. Overall, they brought a championship, and it really was on the back of their defense. They are dogs out there. They led the NBA in deflections, in steals, looking at you, forcing a 5-second count when the moment mattered most. And again, that third quarter was truly special. They had 18 points off of turnovers in that frame alone. This is a team with so much heart, with so much fight. You gotta shout out Lou Dort. You gotta shout out Alex Caruso, because those guys are specialists. They did the dirty work. Do you know how hard it is at the professional level to get someone to buy in on playing defense?
I do not.
They made that their identity.
They did,
and to
though.
me, that is truly respectable.
So when you look at the original Big Three and you look at this Big Three, what's the difference? Not to like poo-poo the group that didn't get it done, but what's the big difference and why this group did it and they didn't?
They don't care who gets the credit. Not saying that the other guys really were like fighting the one-on-one games, but they were so great individually that sometimes it gets in the way of the team, right? Kevin Durant is a star. Those guys were all MVPs at one point. But here, they're growing in real time and they're accepting the roles that they need to have. And I feel like there's no better example of this than Jalen Williams, J-Dub. He's one of 2 players that was all NBA offensively, right? And also all NBA defensively. The moment that SGA went on the stand, got his Finals MVP, he put his arm around J-Dub and said, "We won't be here without you."